Approximately how much fencing is needed to enclose a circular pond with a diameter of 12.5 feet? Okay, so when you're enclosing a pond, that means that you are finding the circumference, okay? And it's given us diameter, so we need to do C equals pi times diameter, okay? So I know that diameter is 12.5 feet, and I know pi is 3.14. So I'm going to plug in my numbers. 3.14 times 12.5. Okay. Then I'm going to use my calculator to see what that is. 3.14 times 12.5, 39.25. Your answer is right here. Okay. Number 2, a circular maple tabletop marble has a diameter of 42 inches. Which measurement is closest to the area of the circular marble tabletop in square inches? Okay, so this time it's asking for area, and we know our formula is A equals pi r squared for area. But it's given us the diameter, not the radius, so we have to turn that 42 into radius. And remember, diameter goes all the way across, radius goes halfway across. So since we're doing half of that, then we do half of 42. 42 divided by 2. 42 divided by 2. That'll go in there 2 times. Minus 4, 2, 1. 21. Now I can plug in my numbers. A equals pi is 3.14 times radius squared. So times 21 times 21. Okay. Let's see what that is. 3.14 times 21 times 21. 1384, which is close to this right here. If that 4, that 7 will raise that 4 to a 5. So there you go with that answer. Now, notice that I'm writing everything down. I'm plugging in my numbers every time. I notice some of y'all don't write anything down, and that's one of the big reasons why you're not getting these right. You must plug in your numbers. Okay, so let's go down to number 3. The circumference of a circle is b inches. The radius of the same circle is 4.5 inches. Which expression best represents the value of pi? Okay, so remember, pi equals circumference divided by diameter. Okay, now they're giving us our circumference in a letter, b. So pi equals b, because that's circumference. It tells us circumference is b over diameter. Okay, now what's it given us? It's given us the radius. So that means we need to turn that radius into diameter. Remember, radius is halfway across, diameter is all the way across. So to turn that into diameter, we need to times 2. Okay, 2 times 5 is 10, 4, 9. 9.0, which is same as 9. So pi equals b divided by 9. There's your answer. Okay, again, notice I'm writing everything down, plugging in my numbers every time, and that's what you need to do in order to get these right, is to plug in your numbers every single time. Okay, now going on to number 4. Okay, 2 small circles are drawn that touch each other, and both circles touch the larger circle. Which measurement is closest to the area of the shaded region in square inches? Okay, well, if I was to pull that 7 plus 7, that would be going halfway across the big circle. So let's figure out the big circle first. 7 plus 7, notice this would go halfway, this would go halfway. So it would be halfway across, would be 14, right? So our radius for our biggest circle is 14. Pi r squared, notice I'm writing it down, plugging in my numbers, 3.14 times 14 times 14. Okay, so now I'm going to do that in my calculator. 3.14 times 14 times 14 equals 615.44. Okay. I'm going to write that whole number down. 615.44. That's for my big circle. But of course, that's not the answer because I have to subtract the little circles because it wants the shaded region only. So now I've got to figure out the area of the little circles. So pi r squared, that right there is radius. So 3.14 times 7 times 7 to get the little squares or little circles. Okay. So 3.14 times 7 times 7 equals 153.86. Okay, now I'm going to take those two numbers. I'm going to subtract. Wait, I'm not, because notice I have two of those. So 153.86 covers one of the small circles. But now I need to know that I have two exact same small circles, so I'm going to add 153.86 because that's giving me my second circle. Or times 2, either way works. 12, 16, 17, 3, 6, 7, 10, 1, 2, 3, 307.72. Now that's what I'm subtracting because I'm subtracting my smaller circles. Minus 307.72. Okay, we'll use the calculator. 615.44 minus 307.72. 308.24. So my answer is D, 308 inches squared. Okay, and number 5. Okay, so number 5 is one where you have to find both the triangle and the half circle. Notice it's a semicircle. Okay, so I'm going to use my ruler to figure out what this line is. Started at 0, and this line right here is 6. Okay, so 6 is the base of my triangle, and it's also my diameter, because if I had a full circle, this line would go all the way across, which is my diameter. Okay, so let's figure out the height of our triangle. I'm going to move this around, and I'm going to move it where I can see what the height is. And the height of my triangle is 6. I need to move it up a little bit, don't I? The height of my triangle is 7. So now I can find my triangle because I know that my base is 6, my height is 7, and I know that to find the area of a triangle, area of triangle is base times height divided by 2. Remember that? So 6 times 7, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 42 divided by 2. 42 divided by 2. That will go in there 2 times. And that will go in there 1 time, 21. So 21 is my triangle. Now I've got to figure out my half circle. I have to turn this diameter into radius because radius is what we do. It's for pi r squared, is area of a circle. So I'm going to turn that into radius, and 6 divided by 2 equals 3. So my radius is 3. So 3.14 times radius times radius. Okay, I'll use my handy dandy calculator. 3.14 times 3 is 28.26. Okay, now this is a half circle, which means I've got to divide that 28.26 divided by 2. Okay, divided by 2, 14.13. Now I know my half circle and my triangle. So I'm going to add those together to figure out what my entire area is. So 14.13 plus 21 equals 35.13 centimeters squared right here. Okay? All right, good job.